Well, I'm female. I certainly would like to vote for a female president. If she gets elected, better for me, but she has to be capable. That's what's important, and going with my conscience. However, we have some questions that people have already written to us to ask these women. But I'll start by, this girl has been carrying around this microphone, Mary and her microphone. And I thought it'd be nice to explain what it means, you know, really, very quickly. And it's a gold microphone, you know? And, yeah. So as a reporter and a journalist and a strategist, what does this mean?
I have been reporting, I've done strategies, but I never carried microphone. But now there's an all-important assignment that I have. I just came back on it from a trip, and this was the gift I got for Nigerian women. And this is a microphone my team and I were going to use to talk sense into Nigerian women.
Oh, I get it. And
we're starting a campaign. It's for the Million Women campaign. This microphone is our tool to use to disseminate the necessary information that
to them
and to others. And don't forget, we're also going to be training a lot of women who are running for office. We'll be providing training for them.
So they should watch this space. I'm allowing you this because I'm on your team.
Because the Million Women is the
original
next best
Million Women
for Nigeria.
And the whole idea is to give women a voice. The whole idea is to give women a voice. It doesn't matter what party you are in. It doesn't matter what, because I am bold. Because I see, for example, I mean, Elishama did share that because she did it last year, she's bold enough to...
Yeah, and several women. I just want to acknowledge that you really encourage people like me. So if you said some people were saying you lost out, you did not. Because people like us came up, so you won.
Although I still don't understand why you guys are going for presidency. But I have this question, what I want both of you to respond to, one after the other. Someone says, let's say hypothetically that you won 20, hypothetically, like that, hypothetically. How different will Nigeria really be if you became president?
You see, people must realize that, you know, we're not all... People have this politician thing, you can't trust them, you can't do this, you can't do that. One thing I believe in is a merit-based system. Those who work for this country, who are productive, and I know many of them. There are many, many people who are capable in our country.
So and you will go for meritocracy?
Yes. You know, we must get the right people to do the jobs that we need done.
So what would be the distinguishing factor for you? Food for all of us.
It will be more than food. It will be healthcare. Wow. It will be housing. You know, it will be...
what will be different?
It will be different because what has been plaguing us as a society is bad leadership. And we have all it takes. That's why I kept saying we are more than this. We are a rich and blessed country. We are not supposed to be where we are right now. I'm going to make Nigerians look inwards and we start building from the resources that we have. It will interest you that in the whole of Africa, if you have to look at the global index of natural resources that is in different nations, in the whole of Africa, we have 60%. And in that 60%, Nigeria occupies 50 of it. And in the global record of economy, we are only contributing 3%. It ought not to be so. I can really break down to you how some of these things will change because we have so much in our land, but our leaders have not been harnessing our resources, our natural resources. They've not been bringing it together very well.
So the difference you're bringing is to harness it better.
To harness it better and make our society more prosperous.
I just wonder, though, what do you think about such statements?
What statement?
They're deciding, I want to bring meritocracy, I want to ensure that we harness our resources possibly. How far can they go?
Well, you know, when a woman mounts that position of leadership, you will see a clear difference. Look at our homes. Women run the homes. They are better managers of resources, whether you like it or not. And I've had this conversation with a man who said to me, look, it's really time for women in Nigeria.
But you know what?
And this is a man talking.
Presidential level. Why don't they go for
It doesn't matter where they're... And why not?
I already broke that down to you.
And why not?
I have been in public service for 20 years. The people in there, they don't have experience. We have the experience.
Yeah, I'm only asking. I have to ask the question.
You have
It's
to
okay
really
to
start
ask.
somewhere.
So I really
and
have
that's
to break
somewhere
it down,
in
yeah.
And I remember some time ago, it was one woman who ran at the level of primaries, and she was just a presidential aspirant, Sarah Jibril. She got how many votes? One. Then in 2015, some people were asking some of her, why do you want to waste your vote voting for Prof. Shonaya? Right? What happened? How many votes did she get?
16,000.
16,000.
That's progress.
Yes. That is progress.
Yes.
And we will
And
keep
awareness.
voting until we take our rightful place.
Okay, enough.
Yeah.
This person says there's a general saying that women don't really support each other. That thing is still going on. Mary.
Yeah.
What's the media doing? Is it the media that is making this thing happen, or are you really seeing it on the ground?
Let me even say something about that. There are several myths that have been laid down from the history of the world. And this is put down in bad taste. It has been put down for one reason, to make you, the woman, believe that you can't function together. You can't function well with the other woman. It's all part of the patriarchal society. Look, let me tell you something. Even if we bring it down to the tiniest level, if you are held up in Victoria Island in a meeting, who do you call to help you out pick your child in school? Is it a man?
It's a woman.
It's a woman. Yeah. Women have always supported themselves. Yeah. I don't know who is pushing this narrative. Yeah. I tell you, I hear you. Some women don't, but it is not gender specific.
Okay.
There are also men who do not support their fellow men, but it is not a topic. It is not an item.
Let me ask Mrs. Shonaya, who has been in the field.
Yeah. I quite support what you said. You see, because it's not like you immediately expect all the women, you know, to jump up and say just because you're a woman. And it is true that women have supported one another. Look, in different places, in countries, women come together and say, you know, we are going to say no to something. That is what I'm waiting for Nigerian women
to get up.
To say, look, it is enough. Because we care. We care about the state of the schools. We take our children there. We care about the state of the hospitals. We take our children there. We take, you know, so I think we should just encourage the Nigerian women and say, look, it's time.
Elishama, listen. First of all, when you see a Nigerian woman and she's gorgeous like you go first hate her now.
That is...
Do you have the right to be so gorgeous and say you want to rule the country too? The gorgeous never reach you. I'm sorry, I have to break into pidgin.
Yes, but the gorgeous has to go beyond the face. What is inside has to truly come out.
But do you find that we judge you though? That women judge each other based on what we look like?
Yeah, they just first look at you and they are angry. It ought not to be so.